Tucked into the lush green hills of Andhra Pradesh sits an architectural and administrative marvel. The Tirupati Balaji Temple is one of the most meticulously organized and heavily visited religious sites on the planet. Every single day, tens of thousands of devotees funnel into this complex, willingly enduring hours, sometimes days, in tightly packed queues to catch a fleeting glimpse of the deity. The infrastructure alone hints at the sheer volume of capital flowing through here. With domes literally sheathed in gold, the temple absorbs millions of dollars daily through its massive donation boxes, known as the hundi. But this raises a glaring logical question. Why would an all-powerful creator need a multi-million-dollar daily revenue stream? And why is the pilgrimage itself bound by incredibly rigid protocols, like the strict mandate that visitors must first pray to a completely different god before they even step foot near the main temple? The immense wealth and the unbending rules at Tirupati are the ongoing, real-time enforcement of an ancient, unresolved cosmic contract. The terms of that contract began with a test. According to the ancient Puranas, the sage Brigu set out to determine which of the ultimate trinity of gods was supreme. When he reached the heavenly realm of Vaikuntha, he found Lord Vishnu resting. Driven by ego, the sage kicked Vishnu squarely in the chest. Vishnu remained calm, but the strike had a catastrophic side effect. The chest is the symbolic domain of the goddess of wealth, Lakshmi. Deeply insulted by the physical attack and his passive reaction, she abandoned the heavenly realm entirely. Bereft of his divine consort, Vishnu could no longer remain on his cosmic throne. He descended to earth to search for her. By taking on a physical form, the supreme god deliberately exposed himself, exposed to the harsh realities of human vulnerability, feeling genuine hunger, thirst, and physical pain for the very first time. Exhausted, he eventually wandered into the dense forested peaks of the Seshachalam mountain range, the exact 7 hills of modern-day Tirumala. But there was a logistical problem. This territory was already occupied by Varahaswami, an earlier earthly incarnation of Vishnu. To secure a place to rest, Vishnu, now named Srinivasa, had to negotiate a strict land deal. Varaha agreed to cede a small patch of land on one ironclad condition. Any future pilgrim coming to see Srinivasa must pay their respects to Varaha first. Thousands of years later, modern devotees still rigidly honor that exact specific clause before ascending to the main temple today. Living as a humble forest dweller, Srinivasa eventually crossed paths with a human princess named Padmawati, and the two fell deeply in love. However, the strict social mechanics of that time demanded that the groom finance a wedding befitting a royal family. Srinivasa had abandoned his heavenly wealth. He was completely broke. To solve this liquidity crisis, he summoned Kubera, the treasurer of the gods. Kubera agreed to finance the massive celestial wedding, drawing up a formal promissory note for the staggering sum of 11.4 million gold coins. But the treasurer of gods offers no charity. The terms of the loan were absolutely brutal. Srinivasa was bound by contract to pay back the compounding interest continuously, right up until the very end of the current dark age of humanity, the Kali Yuga. This animated model illustrates the math behind the modern pilgrimage. Dropping cash or gold into the Tirupati hundi functions as a direct capital injection. Devotees are effectively helping God service the infinite compounding interest on his cosmic wedding loan. The wedding was a success, but it triggered an immediate crisis. Word of Srinivasa's new marriage quickly reached Goddess Lakshmi, who had been performing harsh penance hundreds of miles away. Furious, she marched straight to Tirumala. The climax arrived as the 3 entities finally collided. The goddess of wealth and the newlywed earthly princess converged on Srinivasa, creating an intense divine standoff over his loyalty. Standing between them, Srinivasa recognized a deeper necessity. He knew the upcoming Kali Yuga would be an era of immense chaos and suffering for humanity. People wouldn't need a wandering deity. They would desperately require a permanent, unmoving anchor they could rely on. To end the domestic conflict and fulfill his cosmic duty, he made an ultimate sacrifice. Right before their eyes, Srinivasa willingly shed his physical mobility, his skin and breath crystallizing as he petrified himself into the solid, dark stone idol that stands in the temple today. Witnessing this irreversible act, the anger of both goddesses evaporated into devotion. To remain with him eternally, they transformed and merged directly into his petrified state, taking up permanent residence on either side of his stone chest. The millions of people enduring those endless queues and pouring their life savings into the temple's vault are fulfilling their end of a cosmic bargain. By participating in this ongoing financial and spiritual agreement, they become the necessary machinery that keeps this ancient divine contract, and perhaps the universe itself, functioning.